Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across the nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew, waking you up to truth, one drip at a time. And today, I want to talk a little bit about simplifying, just exactly how to tune in to the quantum field. And I hope I make it as painless and easy as possible. So let me just start with asking you, what if your thoughts weren't just bouncing around inside of you, but we're actually influencing the fabric of reality itself? What if your inner world had direct access to that field of all possibilities? Hmm. And maybe here's the part that most people overlook. Your energy speaks louder than words. You can say, like, you can have the most vivid vision of your dream life, okay? But if your body is still addicted to worry, self-worth, low esteem, self-doubt, guilt, or anger, then that is the true message that you're actually broadcasting out into the algorithm, which is the quantum field. Because the quantum field, it doesn't respond to our daydreams. It doesn't respond to our wishes or hopes. It responds to your baseline state. It's like trying to tune a radio in to a certain station, but it's just broadcasting static. You can't quite get it to tune in. The signals are scattered, confused, incoherent. So nothing lands. There's no solid connection. But when your thoughts are crystal clear and your emotions are elevated and consistent, you stop sending those mixed signals, those mixed messages. And that's when your body and your mind truly sync up. And then suddenly, your signal becomes magnetic. You're no longer begging for a new life. You're living as if it's already yours. That's when things truly begin to shift. That's when the unknown starts organizing itself around you. Not because you're forcing it or begging for it or longing for it, but because you've become an anchor for it. Okay, so now you're going to ask, so what does it take to really tune in to this field? It's actually very simple. Coherence. Having your heart and your mind in alignment. If you really, really, really want more money, but somewhere in you, you don't have a good relationship with money and you don't feel worthy of it, you're not getting more money. If you feel that lack, you're not getting that money. You have to already feel abundant. You have to feel as if you already have that money and really feel what that feels like. Love it, embrace it, be joyful of it. Get rid of all of those old emotions that you would attach to money. You have to have a clear intention. That's your electrical signal. That's your transmission to the algorithm, to the quantum field, to tell it what you really want. And what you really want more of are the things that you feel the joy and the excitement for. When you know what that tastes like to have that wonderful delicacy that you've been craving, it comes to you much faster than when you have no real oomph and willpower behind it because its taste is not as great as some others, or you can't remember what that feels like to taste it. You got to be able to taste it. You got to feel it. It's that elevated emotion. That's the magnetic charge. And when your mind and your body, your heart, come into that alignment, you create a scientifically measurable electromagnetic signature. You become a broadcast tower for your future rather than a pair of rabbit ears on your TV. You become the whole damn tower. Be the beacon and broadcast your signal unapologetically, unashamed, unattached to other people's thoughts or opinions of it. Broadcast your future into the tower, out of the tower, from the tower. And then, truly, your quantum field begins to organize your reality to that signal, to that alignment. Now, I mean, there is a little bit more to how this works, of course. You know, there's the pineal gland. As many of you know, it's hidden inside of your brain, and it's a little organ, and it's literally in between your temples and behind the center of your forehead, right? And it's really not even any bigger than a grain of rice. Maybe you didn't know that. I think that's pretty cool. And perhaps you even understand that it is the most advanced piece of spiritual technology that is part of your body, part of your physiology, part of your anatomy, part of your spirituality. And when you know how to tap into that pineal gland, that spiritual technology works for you. For thousands of years, ancient traditions called it our third eye. They believed it was the seat of inner vision, or as I teach in my class, the seat of God, the place where dreams, intuition, and magic, mystical, wonderful, marvelous magic, arises from. And now, science is even beginning to catch up and confirm that the ancients and people like me have been right all along. I love it when science catches up. So the pineal gland is located deep in the center of the brain. tucked between two hemispheres. It regulates your sleep patterns, your circadian rhythm, and according to new research, your access to higher states of consciousness. The astral realms, the realms that we can manifest in, the realms we go to meditate, contemplate, and create. Here's the thing. That pineal gland, much like science would like to say, is not just biological because it relates and correlates with the electromagnetic signals that we've been talking about. Because it actually contains these marvelous little tiny crystals that respond to pressure the same way a diamond does. Crystals conduct what's called piezoelectricity when they're activated. We activate them through deep breath, focused awareness, and elevated emotions. So when this happens, your brain actually shifts. You move out of thinking mode and more into intuitive mode. This expanded state of being, one where time softens. The inner world lights up because your beacon is being turned on. And then information just seems to arrive from beyond you. Maybe you've felt it before during a dream or while just sort of trancing out, where you had a vision or an experience that felt more real than waking life, perhaps. Maybe it was just that sudden knowing that comes without any kind of logic or explanation. Maybe it was even like a meditation where you felt yourself sort of dissolving into something greater. And that's not your imagination, though we do use visualization in meditation. It's not imagination. It's your inner antenna doing its job. Because when it's activated, the pineal gland, it doesn't just help you sleep. It helps you to see through the veil, see yourself clearly, be honest with yourself, see the quantum field, a field of unlimited possibility. And it's this unlimited possibility that's all around us. And we see that too. We really see it. We really experience it and know it and understand it. Now, to some it might sound lofty, but this isn't just an abstract theory. I mean, there's great scientists like Joe Dispenza that so many people listen to that saw it happen with his brain scans or whatever, right? His heart monitors, his brain scans. Greg Braden is another one that speaks on the heart and mind coherence. It's a very, very real thing. I mean, people go to their workshops all the time. They learn how to breathe, how to focus, elevate their emotional state. And it causes this real biological change, a real biological change that can even make you healthier. And I also offer this, actually at a fraction of the price, to be honest. I'm not trying to plug myself, but a fraction of what they're offering. And I promise you, the way that I teach you, you'll get it. I had to buy the book of Psychic Awareness for Dummies and learn it all myself from the ground up so that I would know exactly how to tell it to you in a very easy, comprehensible, layman's term kind of way. And I guarantee you, you will get full on powerful to manifest whatever you need, whether it's health, more money, a secure home. I've tested this through the scientific method. It works. All of it works because it works for you when you know how to work with what you have. So I digress. The pineal gland activates your third eye. Some of these seminars you may have watched a video on where you see somebody get their third eye activated right before your eyes. And it's like, wow, I want that, right? Maybe you witness people's chronic illnesses go away when they go to these seminars and these workshops. We can do that too. I can heal you, and then I can teach you how to heal yourself and others. I can help you to heal traumas and reverse them to where they completely disappear, because we'll do a paradigm shift with your perspective on it to where it's easier to cope with and easier to let go of, and then easier to heal and move on. I also offer regressions, quantum regressions, similar to the way Dolores Cannon and her daughter teach it. Most effective, actually, compared to the regression that I had from someone who was trained by the Cannon teachings. I personally believe that my way is more effective. And again, fraction of the cost. Because this should not be about getting rich. My relationship with money is to be fair and balanced. And I will stay true to that. Always. I don't need to be rich and famous. I just need you to be healed and know yourself. That's my mission. You can remove decades of limitation. And there's very solid and even scientific, verifiable reports of people curing cancer through the state of inner coherence. And once you learn how to heal yourself, you can also heal others. And that's really incredible. When you learn to stop creating from a predictable past, and you start creating from the unknown future with zero doubt, you become magnificent. Maybe we need to go a little bit deeper with this for a moment. The very first second that you feel an emotion, your body thinks the event is already happening. Okay? The chemistry begins to match the vision. You literally begin to become the future before it arrives. I'll give you an example. You get the electric bill, and it's $600. And immediately, you have a month to pay it, right? You have 4 weeks. But immediately, you go into this panic mode, this fear mode. I won't have enough money to pay it. That's a lot of money. Oh my God. Maybe something else has to be put off so that you can afford to pay this. Maybe you're not going to get to go have fun, spend your money somewhere else because it's going to have to be dedicated to that bill. But you're panicking. You're in fear mode. You're in lack mode. Okay? You've already created that future. Now, let's flip it. Let's flip the script. Let's say you get that bill in the mail. You open it up. It's $600. You're like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. What can you do about it? You can't argue with the electric company. They've got your arm twisted. You have to pay it. So you start figuring out a way to get that done. And you know that it's going to come. If you need to make arrangements with your community service because you just don't have the income for it, you make an appointment and you take care of that. Without worry, without fear, because you know that you're going to be granted that exception, right? That help. You lay it aside with the rest of the bills and you say, okay, I have 4 weeks to get this money for this electric bill, right? That's what? About 150, that's 150 a week, right? 150 bucks a week, put it back. By the time it's time to pay it, you got all of it. No sweat. Different perspective. And by the time that bill comes around to be paid, because you flipped that script and took that approach to how you deal with it, your future event of paying the bill not only allowed you to pay the bill, which is very important, but I bet you also have money left over and you don't know how. Because that's how that works. That's how those blessings sneak up on you, or otherwise disastrous events that are actually there just to teach us, when do we learn? When do we learn to walk in faith? When do we learn to trust? When do we learn to know that it's already there? It's already done. It's already taken care of. When do we learn? And the sooner you learn, the less shit you got to go through. Some of us are tough learners, but that's okay. But you become your future before it ever even arrives, regardless of which side of the coin you decided to feel about it, right? Because that's the key. Because the field isn't watching what you're doing. It's not listening to what you say. It responds to energy. And energy comes from emotion. The biological chemistry that's created from emotion that puts off an electrical charge. You can't lie to the universe. And it doesn't judge. It doesn't see it as right or wrong. It's completely neutral, like Switzerland. It just gives you more of what you're feeling most of the time. If you feel like most of your life is a disappointment, you're going to continue to be disappointed. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to disappoint you. So it's about what you're going to do in that moment, how you're going to react emotionally. Because you can quietly on the surface look like you're handling it with grace, and inside truly you're freaking the F out. You can't do it that way. You can't lie to the data collector. It's responding to your energy. That's your true signature. You have to literally feel empowered before you have physical, tangible reason to feel empowered. You have to feel it before that success can come. You have to feel your whole being before you can be healed. You have to feel love before that great relationship shows up, if that's what you desire. But when you do this, and you do it with consistency, you stop living in cause and effect, and you start causing an effect. I mean, I can teach you how to do this in stages if you want to take classes. But the short version is that you simply start by shifting your brainwave state from beta to alpha to theta, just like you're shifting gears in a car. And then you're quieting that analytical, logical mind. You're quieting the chatter. Also practicing the heart coherence through slow, rhythmic breathing coupled with elevated feelings, feelings of joy, laughter, happiness, glee, excitement, being in love, being excited about winning the lottery, whatever it feels like, right? Whatever it is that you're wanting, feel it. Feel it. Feel it in your heart. Let it wash over your body. Let every ounce of you from head to toe feel it. And practice those slow, rhythmic breaths as you feel it. And elevate more and more and more as you feel into the body. Continue to elevate those feelings. Elevate that emotional state of your being by opening up this way and practicing that tuning, that alignment of the body's energy centers. It allows you to create that clear flow of the life force. Once you're connecting to that unified field that's inside of you, not something outside of you. This is how ordinary people can truly begin to do extraordinary things. It's not got a damn thing to do with luck, but by becoming a vibrational match to the future that you truly want. So, straight up, if you've ever felt like you're trying to manifest from a place of frustration, if you've done the visualizations, said the affirmations, but nothing seems to shift, that is your key missing piece. It is the key. I have the key. I can help you use the key to unlock your fullest potential, to manifest the life that you truly, truly, deeply inside of you desire. This isn't about just trying to get something. It's really about learning how to become it. So if this resonates with you, and if you're ready to actually live this work, not just read about it, talk about it, or watch a video on it, then I've got maybe some good news for you. Because if you haven't heard, I've actually lowered my prices so that more people that are on fixed incomes or low income can also afford to take my classes, my workshops, or have a session. And I'm offering payment plans, plans that you can pay monthly straight through me to where there is no interest or extra fees tagged on through these other companies like Afterpay or whatever. I used to offer those, and I decided to just eliminate that altogether and offer payment plans to my customers directly so that there is no extra added interest or anything like that. The payment you agree to pay is exactly that amount and no more, no less. So if you are interested in joining me for a healing session or a one-on-one class, courses, or in a group setting even, because I have both options. Or if you would like for a group meeting to talk about things, there are a multitude of options that I offer to help get you to where you truly need to be and get you there quickly. It's not like you have to go through a long, drawn out process. There's no long courses to take, and there's nothing you would have to do after you're finished to fully, truly, and successfully begin manifesting the life that you want. Many of you don't know, but my superpower is actually being a psychic medium. So if you need help with that or you need closure on that, I also offer that service on my website, as well as just personal psychic readings and past life regressions and healing regressions and so much more. So if you're interested in any of that, the link will be in the description below. And take these tools that I've given you and start to really try to apply them to your life. Get in that habit. Start doing that practice. Give yourself this little few minutes of a ritual or a pampering of yourself so that you can get a grasp of it and begin on your own to start trying to manifest your own life. Take control of it. Take it back. Because that quantum field is all around us. And like it or not, it's always eavesdropping on us and listening. If you enjoyed this video, I do hope that you give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that button and subscribe. And to all of my subscribers, I love you so much. I have such a great audience. I consider all of you my friends and family. Until we meet again, be well and be blessed in love and light.